And then we somewhat moved into how we can have everybody who works with us or for us making $1 million a year. And that should be the goal because now we're thinking of solving a lot bigger problem more than ourselves. And that's what is the instrument or vehicle I can create or that I can grab onto that is, oh, wow, this is I can get my employees to $1 million a year. And a lot of and I'll pull this up, a lot of what he was talking about was we may buy businesses and then use our business acumen, see things that need to be bolted on or anything else, and then that we can use to increase our valuation and get our people. They may not make $1 million a year, but when they exit, they make a lot of money because of that equity split. And then they stop messing around with thousandaires and only mess with millionaires. And when I say that, and they're all sitting in there talking in this room about this, like, bro, these people who are only talking about making thousands of dollars, all they're doing is bringing you down and they're bogging your head with problems that you know how to solve, but you need problems that you don't know how to solve yet, that are going to push you to the next level. And okay, unless I'm making $1 million a year off of this opportunity, am I going to do it? And what does it look like? So we have two new opportunities in the companies that we're going to do. I truly do think, okay, we can get these things to like $1 million a year pretty easily. But then now I'm like, okay, well, how can I get these things to $1 million a net pretty easily? And how can I get these things to $1 million a year net for me pretty easily? And then we're having different conversations. What are we going to do? What does advertising look like? How is the market even big enough for us to pull that out of? Because a lot of people, I think, focus on something that doesn't even allow for the market of that. And then, okay, so it needs to be $1 million net to me, and then it needs to be big enough to where I can be paying my people multiple six figures. And now we're looking at businesses completely differently and what can I move into, to where this is still something that I'm struggling with. Like, okay, what is that vehicle that does serve that, which is, I think, fascinating. And then he said, if the company is not going to do something big enough and have something excited for you, then you're just going to quit anyways. He's like, most of these mom and pops stop at 5 million. And then right now, the guy who sold his company said now he's buying up companies that are doing anywhere between 5 and 10 million, buying them up, rolling them up, bolting on other companies. When I say bolting on, like, sees this, okay, let's add this to that, let's add this to that. How can we increase this valuation of this package of companies the most, and then sell it at a really, really high multiple, right? So for a good example, let's say we add one company and we can somewhat tweak it and say, you know what, we're a fintech company now. We're not just a tech whatever company now. And then now you're selling at 300x EBITDA instead of 2 or 5x EBITDA. And then now I'm going to move off of that. So, I mean, talking to that guy, I didn't even have a chance to really sit there and talk to him, believe it or not. Everybody else was really talking to him, but like, he was a wealth of knowledge, and he like went through the whole process of building that company, scaling it out, selling it, going through the process. And he talked about a couple things of what he wishes he would have done different when he went to go exit as well. And then the next thing, you need to tell your significant other what is going on every day so they know you're not just going to the office and poking stuff, and it creates a good cadence for your relationship. So just send them a quick email like, hey, here's what I'm doing today. Here's what it looks like. Love you so much. Talk to you soon. Ooh, and then the last big takeaway I had from the DM family was that I need to be creating more winning experiences and making money off of those winning experiences. And if anything is true now, like I told you guys, I'm the guru. And so I charge for a lot of stuff, like not everything. But I mean, this I thought was a fascinating thing, and I'll use this to actually segue into the mastermind. How can I create more events and get a good mastermind out of it, have everyone else pay for it, and then I still get money on top of that, right? And so one of the ideas, well, I mean, this is just what we're going to do. So I was like, yeah, I want to make a course. And I was like, oh, okay, we'll make a course on how, like, we've built calm magicians and how to find and train and do everything with the best VA and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, how can I do that? And we tried having our team do it, and it really bogged everybody down. And so then I was like, oh, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. All we're going to do is we're going to have the team show up for one day. I'm going to host an event. I'm going to charge X amount of dollars. Then I'm going to get paid to to create the course. And then on top of that, I'm going to get paid monthly recurring off of that course after that, which is really, really fascinating, right? Because we put the whole thing together. And so that is a way you can make money that way, and then creating really, really fun experiences. So like I'm thinking about like, okay, do we do like a snowboarding experience, a snowmobiling experience, a yacht experience, a mansion cabin experience, whatever it is, and then charge X amount of dollars to come, look at it, feel it, mastermind, learn, and then you're good to go.